Hello, everyone, and welcome into Dakota State University Fieldhouse tonight for the matchup between DSU and Trinity Bible College. This will be the second matchup on the year between Trinity Bible and Dakota State. Dakota State taking the first contest, also here in DSU Fieldhouse, by a score of 102-64. DSU comes off of a super weekend in which they defeated both of these contests coming at home. Mayville State, 87-60 in a rout. And Presentation College in a closer game in which they had to hold off Presentation College as they made quite the second half run, but DSU held on to win by 5 and improved to 3-2 in North Star play. DSU, after a bit of a tough stretch in the non-conference, has really settled in and won 3 out of their last 4 contests, if you look back to that Valley City game on January 7th. Taking a look at Trinity Bible here. The Lions enter with a 9-9 record. They started off 0-4 before going on a 3-game win streak that started with a win over Dakota College at Bottineau. They've played a few common opponents. They've played Mayville State twice, losing both games by a combined over 70 points. And then obviously they played Dakota State, and Dakota State won that one in a rout. So that's just a little bit going into tonight's contest to get to know our opponent once again, and to get to know where Dakota State's been and how they've gotten there. So they do enter tonight, like I said, with a 3-2 North Star record. Overall, they enter with a 7-12 record, but, you know, talking to Coach Gary Garner, or listening to him talk this week at the Coach's Corner, it was interesting to listen to because he was kicking himself for the non-conference schedule that he set up, and he said that, you know, the team's record is definitely a reflection of that. And while he did not deny struggles and you know, getting to know each other a little bit as a team, learning, they had an injury early, obviously, and getting to, you know, getting that chemistry down as the team changed, not only before the season but throughout the season. And, you know, getting that down has taken a while, and, you know, some different things could have happened. Some things could have gone in different directions as far as the way that, you know, the team was prepared, the way that it was developed. He did admit all those things, but however, he also said that just as far as you know, scheduling standpoint, he regretted the way that he set up his non-conference schedule. And taking a look back at the opponents, you can certainly understand that he is correct. And so this Dakota State team is certainly better than a 7-12 team, and they've shown it with their 3-2 record in conference play so far. And we'll prepare here for the lineups and the national anthem. It's a little bit of a less packed house than we saw over the weekend, so I'll go ahead and take a step back from the mic and let you guys listen in, and I'll be back for tip-off.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the men's basketball contest between the Trinity Bible Lions and your Dakota State Trojans. Now, ladies and gentlemen, can you please rise as we lineups for both teams. First, our visitors, the Trinity Bible Lions. Number 1, Tyrick Ward. Number 2, Caleb Phillips. Number 3, Caleb Bolden. Number 20, Marcellus Venturini. And number 23, Austin Bolin. The head coach of the Lions in his 15th season is Jordan Noel. Now when this one rise, make some noise and welcome to the court our Dakota State Trojans. Tonight's starting lineup is sponsored by Heartland Consumer Power Districts. They are proud sponsors of Trojan Athletics. A junior from T, South Dakota, number 0, Chris Morales. A junior from Minneapolis, Minnesota, number 1, Jordan Wynn. A freshman from August, South Dakota, number 5, Maxwell Nielsen. A senior from Calvin City, Illinois, number 10, Lamar Wood. And a freshman from Leavenworth, California, number 15, Ronnie Ladding. Head coach for the Trojans in his 13 years, Gary Harder. He's assisted by Trevor Flemmer and Damian Luna. Our men's strength and conditioning coach is Stephen Mazzalotti. Our assistant athletic trainer is Allison Vanderpool. Tonight's officials are Adam Kellenberger, Ryan Rogers, and Chris Lee.
So here we go. Dakota State versus Trinity Bible College here tonight at the DSU Fieldhouse. In case you didn't hear the pregame show, my name's Alec DeMaria, and excited to be bringing this game to you here at home. So Trinity Bible, an opponent we don't know a ton about from a personnel standpoint. Just looking into it a little bit, they had no statistics available, for example. However, taking a look at just their roster and the lineup, and the last time that DSU played him, as Ladding wins the tip easily. It should be a game where DSU, especially down low, is able to handle their opponent, and I would not be shocked if Ladding had a huge game. So there's Phillips with it at the top of the key. He'll pass over to Mullen, and then a 3 taken from way deep in the wing. And that's Khalil Bolden, the 5'11 junior from Georgetown, Delaware. That's not the start that DSU was hoping for, with a turnover on their end. And then a 3-point basket made by Bolden there by Trinity Bible. There's a 3-pointer from Morales, and that'll go. So a quick answer there. 3-3. So Mensarini gets swallowed up by the double team. He'll kick it out. 3-pointer from the wing. That one won't hit anything but a little bit of backboard. Now the ball passed up to Wood. Wood does his best not to walk, keeps his footing, and puts it up for 2. Looked like that was Tyrick Ward, the 6'5 freshman from Baltimore. Took that shot on the other end. And then Wood getting the pass and laying it up and in. Three-pointer from the corner that time, grazes the front iron. Mensarini just short on the shot. Now some pressure, but Morales is able to get it up court. Defender on his back hip. He's able to get into the lane, get it to Ladding. Ladding traveled. Just shuffled his feet down there as he was trying to get somewhat of a jump stop. I think the pass caught him a little bit off off time, I would say. He wasn't expecting it quite yet from Morales. He was making his way slowly to the basket, hoping for the dump down pass. And there's Ward again, stepping back, can't get it to go. It was strong off the backboard. Lynn all the way to the basket, then he dumps it off for Wood, who will finish with the slam. 7-3. DSU putting the pressure on, getting up in the face of the ball handlers, and that was well defended by Morales as Bolden tried to get to the basket and couldn't. He left it short. Morales will ball fake, give it into Ladding. Ladding up and off the glass for an easy two, and they are going to have a hard time defending that tonight. Ladding just so much bigger than anybody on the Trinity Bible roster. Ladding 6'8", 270. And pull-up jumper in the lane, well short. Here comes Nielsen, leaves it for Ladding. Ladding will put that one in off the glass. And there's going to be a timeout taken by the Lions. Coach Noel needs a break in to talk the players. There was a lot of running back and forth. Not a lot of long possessions there at the end of that set. Take a look at the replay. That dunk by Wood. You can see Lynn driving it down and just leaving it behind for Wood. And nice little pass. Wood comes through, dunks it home. And that's part of how we are where we are. A lot of fast break buckets, a lot of lay-ins, a lot of points in the paint for DSU. And it's 11-3 with 16:45 in the first half. DSU not forcing any turnovers, but still getting into the fast break. And they also have 8 points in the paint out of those 11. 6 of those coming on the fast break. Here comes the Lions back up the floor. So 11-3, they got to make a push here quickly, or this could end up turning into the kind of game it was last time, where DSU was victorious 102-64 when these two teams met back in November. Caleb Phillips, step back, 3, good. Nice play. Pretty looking move and a shot. Phillips makes it 11-6. Lynn will curl all the way around, and then he'll kick it to Morales in the corner, thinks about it, doesn't take it. They get it to Wood. Wood gets double teamed, but gets it to the cutting Lynn there, and it's a nice little finish. Stretch the lead back to 7. Then Serini drives, kicks it to Ward. Ward thinks about it, is shifting everywhere, but can't get open around Ladding. Ladding just too much bigger. And then the jump shot eventually missed by Austin Mullen. Ladding posts up, tries to collect the ball. Ball really got deflected around down there, and then he ends up traveling. That was good defense that time from Ward, a risky play. Went straight for the jumping of the pass there. But he got it, but that is a tough ask. If you can see those two. The camera's not on it yet, but you can see Ladding standing, going to sit down, and you can see Ward standing in the paint. Those aren't two similarly sized individuals, so an impressive play by Ward, and that'll be a matchup to watch as this game continues. Mensarini can't get it to go over Wood. And here comes DSU. They're really pushing the pace tonight. Ball out to Morales. Morales dribbles around 2 defenders, kicks it into Wood. Wood can't handle the pass. And now Trinity Bible going quickly the other way, and that's going to be a goaltend. That ball hit off the backboard before Dakota State, I believe that was Gittens, was able to get to it. So give Phillips 2 more there for the 5'8" freshman out of Houston, Texas. So this Trinity Bible roster really from all over the map. As Gittens, jumper, top of the key, strong. Looking down the roster for Trinity Bible, as that one's thrown out of bounds but tipped, and it'll stay here. Yeah, Baltimore, Maryland, Houston, Texas, Georgetown, Delaware. Not even going to try and say that one. Massachusetts, Orlando, Florida, Claremore, Oklahoma, Manchester, Connecticut, Nacona, Texas, Parker, Arizona, Ellendale, North Dakota, and the one Aberdeen, South Dakota native. So that roster truly from all over the map. Just seeing a little bit into Coach Knoll's recruiting plan there. This Trinity Bible was able to convert on their end. It's a 13-10 contest. Lynn with it in the corner. To Nielsen. Nielsen gets by his defender, and then was he fouled or was the ball kicked? Looked like the foul's going to be called. Foul called on Phillips that time on the Nielsen drive. Nielsen gets it in the corner, ball fake, steps to the right, shoots, and that's a nice move and a nice shot. He gets the three-pointer to go from down there in the corner. Three pulled from the wing, and that one's good too. Phillips having himself a day early on here. Give him 8. He just chucked that up, no hesitation. Probably a 27-footer. Giddens gets it. You can hear the coaching staff saying, go to work. DSU has the size advantage down low, but instead there's going to be a 3 taken by Deshaun Kelly. That one's missed. And here's Trinity Bible on this end. Phillips. Will he take a heat check? He's trying to get around the defender. He's going to go right. Flips it up off the glass, a little Curry-esque. Off the side of the backboard, though. And there's going to be an easy uncontested floater for Mansorini there. The defender's just miscommunicated, and then the other one sprinted by the shooter. And that was a free 8-footer. Kelly driving, tries to dump it off for Wood. And it's going to end up being a turnover. Mullen dribbling all the way around, weaving. And gets it back out to his point guard, Bolden, with the ball. Phillips gets it into Mullen, who was cutting. Mullen fades away when I'm not sure he had to. Shot rims out. Now it's Nielsen pulling early. And no good. And there's a nice drive from Tyreek Ward. And Trinity Bible takes a 1-point lead here with 11:47 to go in the first half. So after the hot weekend that DSU had, not sure how they imagined this one starting, but this probably wasn't it. So here's Wood. Two on the shot clock, and air ball. So a couple substitutions will be made. So DSU with a massive height advantage, but in a lot of places on the floor, but not using it here early. Checking into the game is Jade Burma for the Trojans. Lob pass tried for the alley-oop. Unsuccessful, and then Giddens is fouled in the backcourt. It's probably a good thing he was fouled because DSU was going to have numbers going forward. That was Rowdy Waters, 6'5", sophomore forward out of Texas that committed the foul. So Lynn gets it to Brandrett, who had just entered the game. And he'll pull up and hit the 3. That's the second time this year that I've been announcing a game that I've been able to see Brandrett come in and make an immediate impact. Mansorini, pump fake, step back, good. As there's another lead change here early. Here's Kelly. Over to Brandrett. Thought about it. Instead, he'll pass into Burma. Pass was deflected. Brandrett able to get back on top of it. Giddens out to Lynn. No good on the three. And Giddens with a foul that he's not going to be super thrilled with when he looks back at the film. So once again, DSU has that height advantage. Ladding has not been in the game here for a little while. So he picked up, actually he has no fouls on the night, but he's just getting a break. Strategy that DSU might employ tonight and put on is just a depth strategy, is rotating their players here early in the first half, as Trinity Bible will put up a three, and that one's missed from the corner by Waters. A lot thinner on the roster. They've got 9 players, so fresh legs in the second half could be a huge help. Kelly back to Giddens. Giddens thinks about it. He has it stripped away. Ward carried. Or double dribble is going to be the call. And now a full timeout is going to be called. So we'll put on a message from our sponsors and be right back. Trinity Bible leading Dakota State here tonight at the DSU Fieldhouse, 20-19. So here we go. Trinity Bible leading by 1, ball into Giddens. Kelly will pull up from the free throw line. That shot soft off the front rim, but no good. Waters slow to get up down underneath his own basket. And now Trinity Bible with the ball and a 1-point lead. Mansorini double dribbled before he got that pass off. So due to turnovers for the most part, Trinity Bible with 5 more shot attempts on the night than Dakota State. That one I'm sure will bother Coach Garner a little bit at halftime if that continues, and that time Kelly is fouled on the way to the basket. Like it was Khalil Bolden who committed the foul. Lob up for Gibbons. He got it and left it a little bit short. Wasn't quite high enough to dunk, and that was part of the problem. And post-entry pass picked off by Giddens. Lynn leaves it off for Brandrett. Brandrett will finger roll it up and in. Some more fast break points there for the Trojans. And points in the paint. They continue to lead in that category. While Trinity Bible's been able to get turnovers, they have not scored on the fast break. And there's going to be a foul on the three-point attempt. Foul's going to be called on Brandred. Elvis Perez to the line. Perez sinks the first. Dead quiet tonight. There is a decent bit of a student section that is eventually turned up for the game here as Perez's second shot rims out. But not a lot of noise in the building. It's a single game on a Monday night at 7. So just the way it is sometimes. But that shot will go down. The place was hopping and loud this weekend, that's for sure, for those games with Mayville and Presentation. And both the men's and women's swept. So it was a great weekend here at DSU. Well, you can see the building as the camera pans around as Giddens gets it, fade away, and got it. And sometimes that's his best shot, is just a shot that nobody expects you to take and make, and he'll do it. We've seen him put up 20 plus and a half before just doing that. And there's a heat check somewhat from Phillips. It's been a little while since he hit those other threes, but no good on that one. Brandred for 3, rims out. Rebound by Waters. Three-pointer from the wing, no good that time for Mullen. Outlet pass quickly up court, and Lynn will slow things down. Yeah, looking at the field house, you can see the camera go back and forth. It's interesting. It's very multi-use and multi-purpose. So as soon as the basketball game ends here, the baseball team will come in, and there's where those bleachers are on the sides, that one's deflected out by Phillips. I'll stay right here with DSU, 7 on the shot clock. As soon as those side bleachers go in, I am sitting here on the camera side where there's the main bleachers with about, a couple hundred backed seats on the bottom. As there's a three-pointer good that time from Kelly. But when you take a look just around the gym, those bleachers on the side, they go into the wall and fold up as there's a nice little floater from Perez. And those actually turn into batting cages all the way down the building. So the baseball team will come in here and they'll use the attached community center, which if you haven't been to DSU is a very sweet, sweet building. It's attached to the field house here. All DSU students have memberships, and there's Burma. Nice post move to put that up and in for 2 to extend a lead to 4. And it's a building that DSU can utilize and does on a daily basis with things like baseball. And they'll be able to use large buildings in there, the community center, as well as this gym. They'll have 2 batting cages in here, and the softball team uses it. Those batting cages as well. You'll see nets all across the floor. So, yeah, gym used and utilized by several different sports teams. And it's cool because those bleachers will go up as soon as the game ends. Those batting cages will go up as well. First shot there missed by Mullen. He's having a tough night shooting the basketball. He's been productive in some other areas. And hits that free throw. Cut it to a 3-point game. Giddens does well not to get up in the air where he might have had an up and down call. Just keeps that toe on the ground, gets the defender to go by, and puts that one up and in for 2. A very loud ball slap, I might add. He seems to do that every time he catches it in the post. You can hear him clap the basketball extremely loud. There's a nice play by him. He'll pull it from 3. Rims out. Ladding gets the rebound. It's going to hit off Mullen's head and go out of bounds. Here's a look at that 3 from Kelly just a few minutes ago, and we'll have a timeout, and we'll be right back.
DSU Athletics welcomes Fox Promo and Fox Print, delivering high-quality, creative print and apparel solutions that exceed expectations. Make sure to visit the concession stand located in the southwest corner of the gym for the latest selection of foods. Members of the DSU baseball team, including Sam Ballwine, Dawson Porter, and Michael Buckman, will serve you candy, super nachos, popcorn, and ice cold refreshing Starbucks.
Ball into Ladding. Ladding to the basket. And we talked about how that matchup should be a real +1 for the Trojans. And he shows it there once again by putting that up and in. Each time he's gotten the ball down there, comfortably at least, he's made the most out of it. And Giddens with another foul that just being a little bit overly aggressive, and he's probably going to be a little bit disappointed by that one in the film as well. Just putting a little bit too much pressure too far away from the basket. With the offensive player's back turned, but he plays with so much aggression. You just can't take that fire out of him. He's provided sparks that have helped this team win throughout the season. Phillips, no look pass to Waters. He was not ready to shoot. Ball back with Bolden. He'll heave it up, and that's going to be a tough one. That shot was not going in. I'm not sure if it would have hit the rim or not. But just before, it was either going to graze the front of the rim or turn into an air ball. And 35-foot fadeaway heave there from Phillips. Giddens jumped up and tipped the ball. So it's going to go down as a goaltend and a made 3-point basket for Phillips. And he'll take it. And that pass literally intercepted by Bolden. Looked like a safety cutting across a route. And then he pushes off.
Fouls on blue, number 23, Austin Mullen.
So luckily for Trinity Bible with their thin roster, not a lot of foul trouble tonight. So far, at least. Nobody with more than a foul. Morales, three-pointer, has to kind of arc it over the screen. No good. But now here comes Trinity Bible after that goaltend, only trailing by 4 with 3.5 minutes to go in the first half. If you could have said or presented this situation to them before the game, I think they definitely would have taken it. And there's a running hook, no good. And now the pass on the break up to Kelly and an athletic readjustment in the air. And he gets that one to go in. On the shot clock here. There's Bolden trying to get by Morales, and he can't. Going to give and go with Waters. Waters gets free in the lane, puts up the floater and in. So good defense for 25 seconds. They just couldn't quite finish the possession. And now Dakota State does have the ball with a chance to respond. Here's Wood backing down Waters. The double team that we've seen throughout the night in the post. Overplaying the pass that time. Phillips allows Morales to get into the lane, dumps it down for Ladding. Ladding lost the ball but was fouled.
Also in blue, number 21, Roddy Waters. Lamar Woods goes to the line.
So Wood at the line for 2. First shot, no good. So Ladding so far leading scorers for the Trojans with 6. It is well spread. Because there's 6 players with 4 points or more. Nobody with more than 6. Wood's second free throw is good. Phillips leading the way with 8, 2 for 3 from 3. Although that, you won't have it in the stat sheet, but you could put a little asterisk by, because there's a sweet back cut by Bolden. But yeah, you could put a little asterisk by that goaltended heave at the shot clock buzzer. Ladding drives hard, puts it up and in. Sends Mullen pretty much into the first row of the bleachers. To no fault of Mullen there. That's just a big difference in weight. Ladding probably outweighing him by over 100 pounds. And nice pass out to Mensarini. Can't get the 3 to go. And going out of bounds that time was Bolden, and he just throws it off the knee of Brandrett. So it will stay Trinity Bible basketball. So it seems like every possession, living and dying by that last second shot. As the shot clock winds down, is Trinity Bible just looking for the late possession heroics, as that time Mensarini can't finish after getting a Dakota State player to fall down. And into the game is Andrew Bearberg from Sioux Falls Lincoln High School, the senior forward. So a 5-point game as the clock winds down here. 40 seconds left in the half, and driving that time and picking up the foul was Khalil Bolden. Looks like it was Ladding that was called for the foul.
DSU's Kelly.
Nope. Foul called on Sean Kelly. Three-pointer from the corner. Rims out, no good. And the outlet pass to Verberg there hits off the back of his leg. He just didn't see it coming. DSU will still have a chance at the last possession, but before that, Trinity Bible will get one here for themselves as they try and wind the clock down. There is an 8-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Mensarini crosses over, goes behind the back. Verberg doesn't let him by. Pass thrown into the backcourt. Ladding able to pick it up and gets fouled. Kind of went up off balanced. Didn't have to, but he knew the foul and the contact was coming.
Fouls on Trinity's number 1, Tyree Ward. DSU's 1, Ladding goes to the line.
I imagine if he didn't pick up the ball at such an awkward angle, we would have seen a monster slam there. As Ladding misses the first one. Knocks down the second. DSU leads by 6. Here with 6 seconds to go in the half. Bolden pulls up a crazy 3 off of 1 foot, fading to the right. Can't get it to go at the buzzer. So we'll head to the half. Dakota State leads 38-32 here at DSU Fieldhouse over at Trinity Bible College. We'll be back with you for the second half.
It's a new era at DSU. Dakota State University is rising. Dakota State University athletics are rising. Rising to new heights of performance, of engagement, of fandom. Get ready to experience Dakota State University athletics in a whole new way. You are now entering DSU Trojan territory, an event center, indoor training facility, outdoor sports complex, and shared 2-level building concourse will become one consolidated complex, housing existing DSU athletic programs, potential future sports such as soccer and esports, and unique research and academic programs. The design's angular form, modern materials, and interactive spaces will further advance the innovative technology-driven environment at Dakota State University. Students, fans, and alumni will be closer to the action with a rotation of the football field and outdoor track. An outdoor plaza will gather faculty, students, alumni, and the community for special events, tailgating, concerts, and graduation. Light wells connecting walkways and glass partitions will visually and physically connect social spaces. The Hall of Fame celebrates our Trojan history. At night, the angled walls will become projection surfaces. Performance labs, training spaces, player spaces, and concessions will be shared between sports and classrooms, and meeting spaces will become club seating. Academic spaces, such as the Institute on Aging, will focus on improving quality of life for aging populations. A biomechanics lab will use technology to improve injury prevention and sports performance. The East Sports Center will combine technology and sport, so DSU Tech athletes can compete in games of skill with universities across the country. The complex will be available to host local, state, and regional athletic competitions from youth to collegiate levels. More visitors coming to Madison will boost area businesses and organizations. Gathering spaces inside and out, the concourse, exterior patios, tailgating areas, and an outdoor amphitheater will connect generations of Trojans. We are ready. We are rising. Come be a part of a new and exciting era of Dakota State University athletics.
First Premier Bank has deep roots in South Dakota. Our ag bankers are homegrown experts committed to helping you find the right financial solution for your operation. With extensive experience in the industry, First Premier offers flexible options and local decisions designed to help you today and for generations to come. Find a First Premier Ag Banker nearest you at firstpremier.com/ag. First Premier Bank, investing in your growth. Member FDIC.
The threat of cybersecurity is rapidly expanding. At Dakota State University in Madison, professors and students work diligently into the night to prepare themselves for what lies ahead. And because they won't rest, neither will Heartland, providing reliable energy to power the lights, servers, and minds of those who defend our information. Heartland Power, Madison's hometown power provider. At Madison Regional Health System, we're committed to providing quality healthcare close to home. Our healthcare system includes over 270 knowledgeable and skilled employees who are dedicated to providing exceptional inpatient and outpatient healthcare services to you and your loved ones. As an award-winning critical access hospital, we are honored to serve and support our local athletes. For over 135 years, we have made your health our priority.
First Premier Bank Free Plus Checking gives you the freedom to experience life, to enjoy the things you love, and to breeze through checkout lines with free mobile wallet features. Bank anywhere you want with online account opening and instant issue debit cards. Feel the freedom of no fees, no minimum balances, and no unpleasant surprises. First Premier Bank Free Plus Checking. Apply online or at any branch location. First Premier Bank, member FDIC.
For over 50 years, Rosebud Wood Products has been serving America's cabinetry needs. Family owned and operated, with employees who have been a part of the Rosebud family for decades. They're big enough to handle any job, yet small enough to make sure your project matters. Quality doesn't cost. It pays. So pay the Rosebud Factory and Showroom a visit today. Or visit us online at rosebudwood.com.
Who is Dakota State University? We are dedicated, disciplined, determined. We are more than students, more than educators, more than alumni. We are Trojans. Dynamic, driven, distinctive. This is who we are, and nothing can stand in our way.
It's a new era at DSU. Dakota State University is rising. Dakota State University athletics are rising. Rising to new heights of performance, of engagement, of fandom. Get ready to experience Dakota State University athletics in a whole new way. You are now entering DSU Trojan territory. An event center, indoor training facility, outdoor sports complex, and shared two-level building concourse will become one consolidated complex, housing existing DSU athletic programs, potential future sports such as soccer and esports, and unique research and academic programs. The design's angular form, modern materials, and interactive spaces will further advance the innovative technology-driven environment at Dakota State University. Students, fans, and alumni will be closer to the action with a rotation of the football field and outdoor track. An outdoor plaza will gather faculty, students, alumni, and the community for special events, tailgating, concerts, and graduation. Light wells connecting walkways and glass partitions will visually and physically connect social spaces. The Hall of Fame celebrates our Trojan history. At night, the angled walls will become projection surfaces. Performance labs, training spaces, player spaces, and concessions will be shared between sports and classrooms, and meeting spaces will become club seating. Academic spaces, such as the Institute on Aging, will focus on improving quality of life for aging populations. A biomechanics lab will use technology to improve injury prevention and sports performance. The East Sports Center will combine technology and sport, so DSU Tech athletes can compete in games of skill with universities across the country. The complex will be available to host local, state, and regional athletic competitions from youth to collegiate levels. More visitors coming to Madison will boost area businesses and organizations. gathering spaces inside and out, the concourse, exterior patios, tailgating areas, and an outdoor amphitheater will connect generations of Trojans. We are ready. We are rising. Come be a part of a new and exciting era of Dakota State University athletics.
First Premier Bank has deep roots in South Dakota. Our ag bankers are homegrown experts committed to helping you find the right financial solution for your operation. With extensive experience in the industry, First Premier offers flexible options and local decisions designed to help you today and for generations to come. Find a First Premier ag banker nearest you at firstpremier.com/ag. First Premier Bank, investing in your growth. Member FDIC.
The threat of cybersecurity is rapidly expanding. At Dakota State University in Madison, professors and students work diligently into the night to prepare themselves for what lies ahead. And because they won't rest, neither will Heartland, providing reliable energy to power the lights, servers, and minds of those who defend our information. Heartland Power, Madison's hometown power provider. At Madison Regional Health System, we're committed to providing quality healthcare close to home. Our healthcare system includes over 270 knowledgeable and skilled employees who are dedicated to providing exceptional inpatient and outpatient healthcare services to you and your loved ones. As an award-winning critical access hospital, we are honored to serve.
So just to fill you in quickly here at the break, Dakota State is leading Trinity Bible here as we sit here at halftime with about 4 minutes to go until play resumes. Dakota State leads 38-32. Some leaders on the stat sheet so far. For the Trinity Bible Lions, both Caleb Phillips and Khalil Bolden scored 8 points in that first half. And for the Trojans, Ronnie Ladding led the way with 9 points, followed by Brandrett, Kelly, and Wood, who each chipped in 5. So the teams come back out now for the second half. Once again, the last time these two teams played, Dakota State won by an overwhelming margin. So we'll see how the second half goes. Dakota State significantly deeper on the bench, and I believe that that could and should play a role here in the second half. So we'll be back here in about 3 minutes. So teams are out here. We're ready for the start of the second half. Mentorini dribbling with it to start off the half. Now here's Bolden, who had 8 in the first. He'll give it back to Mentorini. Mentorini trying to create space in the middle. Can't. Ward, pull up. Long 2. We got it to go. Sweet looking jump shot. Didn't even touch the rim. Very pure out of the hand, and he's definitely made some athletic looking plays tonight. The freshman. Looking for space. They keep giving it to Wood, trying to find something inside. He gets fouled on the way up with 3 on the shot clock. And he'll go to the line for 2.
Fouls on Trinity. Number 1, Tyler Ward.
So that one goes down. And after Wood's trip to the free throw line, it's a 6-point game. Pressure here from Lynn on Mentorini. He's really blanketing Mentorini. And Ward has that one poked by Lynn, then it hits off of Ward's leg. A great play by Lynn. And it's going to be DSU ball. So that latest buck from DSU makes it an 8-point game. Ward can't get that one to go, tries to tip it back up. Literally hit it back up, almost like a game of 21. And Morales all the way to the lane, puts it up and in for 2. And all of a sudden, it's a 10-point game. DSU on a 6-0 run to start that, or excuse me, 6-2 run to start the half. Ward did hit that jump shot, that long 2 right away. Here's Mullen, struggled in the first half. He gets it to Phillips, who definitely did not. Gets into the lane, puts up a floater, rims, hits every part of the rim and the glass, but does not go down. Here's Lynn, he'll get it out to Morales. Ladding posting up on Mullen, that's definitely a mismatch. Instead, Morales will take the 3, no good. He fakes the pass to Ladding, and everybody bit so hard. He probably wasn't faking originally. He decided to pull back and take a jump shot. He was wide open, just couldn't get it to go. Clever play in the end. Mullen trying to make a move around Ladding, but just too big. Tough matchup tonight for him. And that 3 is going to be no good, but the long rebound secured by the 5'8" Phillips. Mullen trying, he just can't get around Ladding, and then he makes a nice move, but can't finish. Used the pivot foot a little up and under to get around Ladding, but just couldn't get it to go down. Missed long. Morales out to Lynn. Lynn for 3. Off the back rim. No good. Almost got stuck. And there's going to be a foul in the backcourt. Who was that on? Foul's going to be on Bolden. So all of a sudden here, 10-point game, and now instead of Trinity Bible really making it tough on DSU, it's in the danger zone. They just got to try and weather the storm of DSU's run here and then make a run of their own, and instead Nielsen's going to hit a 3. DSU really turning up the pressure. Bench is getting really loud. And that one's going to be blocked by Giddens, and that's going to give him something to cheer for. Like I said, a decent crowd. I mean, the student section's half full. There's not a lot of noise tonight. If it gets even more full, as I told you, baseball practices after this, they move around the gym, and it gets looking a lot different with the batting cage. There's a nice move by Mullen. He hits that shot, turning and fading away. I believe that'll be, no, he had 1 point tonight, so that'll be his, it'll give him 3. Wood posting up on Mullen, throws it up. It was good defense, kind of a circus shot, and it goes in. Mullen gets into the lane, then has to kick it out. And that pass from Bolden will go all the way to the other end of the court. And picking up with Mensarini as he gets whistled at. And it'll be over and back.
Trinity's 21. Walters enters the game.
Shot clock did not reset. And Lynn tried to show him it. The referee, is Giddens misses that one short. Everybody just ignored it. So Lynn was on top of that, but nobody else was. There's going to be a foul on Lynn near half court. That one taken away by Wood, and now here comes Nielsen, throws it up to Giddens, and he slams it home. The one-handed, wow, goes back and gets it, and ends up really tomahawking it home. A nice feed by Nelson. That's a 15-point game, and that shot is swatted away with 2 hands by Wood. Just a string of big-time plays here from DSU to stretch the lead to 15. Now they're really in the danger zone, the Lions. They've got to get something going. Mensarini pulls up from the top of the key and banks it home. Did he try? We'll never know. But we'll just say the banks close at 8. 7:59 p.m. right now. And tipped away. I think off either the referee's face or Coach Garner's face. It'll stay right here. Good defense by Phillips. Just couldn't keep it in play. It's been fun to watch Phillips tonight, playing with such a high motor. I'm not sure if he's come out of the game as Morales with a nice finish at the basket there. Waters gets it immediately, pulls up to shoot. Had the matchup, had Morales, this much smaller defender. Morales will take this 3, airballed. After how pretty his shot has looked tonight, is the nice pass down for Ward to finish with the left hand. But that pretty shots look tonight, unfortunate for him. He's definitely made some good plays. In fact, at other times he's made some really nice moves and just has not been able to finish a shot. But as far as the form he's playing in, it looks really well. Really good, that is. Just hasn't quite had the finishing touch away from the basket. When he gets in close, though, he's done that. And he's played really well. Really well especially for a player his size, in the paint. And that one's almost taken away, a little bit of sloppy ball handling. Mensarini gets by the defender, goes up. Had it knocked away, but he was definitely fouled that time by Burma. That'll give us a second, though, to check up on this replay. You can see the that one taken away by Wood, and now here comes Nielsen. Throws it up to Giddens, and he slams it home. Mensarini will take this free throw and hit it. I'll play that one more time. Just kind of froze up on the replay end. That one taken away by Wood, and now here comes Nielsen. Throws it up to Giddens, and he slams it home. That time as the Mensarini did knock down both free throws to make it a 13-point game here with just under 12.5 minutes to go. Lynn drives, lost the ball somewhere in there, and a foul is called. Will be taken in from out of bounds. Lynn drives. Yeah, looks like he just got hit on the arm there. Lost the ball somewhere in there, and a foul is. Passing Kelly was open, but he has Morales even more open. Morales steps back to make sure he has the three. That allowed the defender to get there, and he misses, but Burma with the rebound puts it back up and in. Phillips trying to create space against the taller Kelly. He struggled to, tries to get the pass to the cutting Ward. He can't. It's taken away by Giddens, and then the pass. I'm not sure if that was a pass off the backboard. We'll watch the replay at the next dead ball, but it was either a pass off the backboard or just the worst layup ever, so we are going to give him the benefit of the doubt and say it was a pass off the backboard. And that one's picked off. Tapped away. Kelly lays it up and in. And after that sequence of events, it is a 19-point game. This game has turned on its head, and that ball's tipped away as well. It's going to be DSU basketball. It's taken away by Giddens, and then the pass. I'm not sure if that was a pass. It's taken away by Giddens, and then it's taken away by Giddens. It's taken away by Giddens, and then the pass. I'm not sure if that was a pass off the backboard. A pass off the backboard. Benefit of the doubt. Morales leaves it a little bit short, going up to get it as Burma. Put back no good. Now, Trinity Bible guesses they have to score here. Absolutely have to. Ball's mishandled that time by Bolden. Like I said, some of these players, Mensarini, Bolden, Phillips, they've played a lot of minutes. As the second rebound and putback attempt by Waters on that possession will get him a foul and earn him a trip to the charity stripe. Second shot, no good. So an 18-point game now. Giddens flips it up, literally flips it up to Burma. Nice pass. Burma able to lay it in. Nice vision from Giddens. Flipped it up like a shortstop. 20-point game. Tyreek Ward pulls up, about an 18-footer, no good. Then driving. Can't find anybody. Giddens will give it back to him, and he'll back it out and run the offense with 20 seconds on the shot clock. Giddens over the screen, no good. But the ball is tipped out. Burma made it a little bit difficult on it looked like that was Perez actually. And we'll have a timeout, DSU ball when we come back. So Ladding goes up for the slam and just can't quite get it to stay. Would have been a monster play. Instead, it's back in the hands of Trinity Bible, but only briefly as Ladding able to knock down the pass. Kelly will go up, and there's another missed one. That slam that would erupt the crowd, tear the roof off the place, and just missing it. Maybe they'll get another chance. No! Just leave it to Berto. He'll do it. That's twice. Man. That's the second time, almost the same play. And there's a nice drive that time. Able to get around and shield the defender with his body. Get his arm extended out as far as he could. Just out ahead of the much bigger Berto Giddens there. Looks a little bit gassed on the floor. Got a little bit excited after that dunk. That was Bolden with the lay-in, by the way. Lynn for three, top of the key. Got it. Let's watch. Maybe they'll get another chance. Up to him. No! Just leave it to Berto. He'll do it. That's twice. Three-point attempt, rims out that time. An open look, a rare open look for Bolden. He's had some difficult ones, both him and Phillips. Pass it all the way around. Kelly misses. Bolden goes up, had the ball in his hand, but got hit in the midsection. Lost it. That one, a nice move, a little Euro step from Ward, but just missed it. It hung on the front of the rim forever, it felt like. Morales to Kelly. Now they'll slow it down. It's a 23-point game now. This game has completely changed from where it was at the half. DSU coming out, like I said, they had the fresher legs, and Ladding's pass, I couldn't tell who was running by the ball, but didn't look back for it. Ends up going to half court. Past half court, that is, for a over and back violation. But yeah, the fresh legs of DSU, you can just see the same legs are not in the shots. And there's not the same movement on offense. Everybody kind of standing around for Trinity Bible. Ward to the lane. Can't quite get it. A nice cut. Just didn't have the finish. And there's Wood laying it up for two. And that's something with Ward. Excited to watch him. I'm not sure if we'll see Trinity Bible back here next year, but excited to watch him grow because he has made some really sweet-looking plays at times, just hasn't quite had the finish. So he gets that one. to go down. That'll give him 10 on the night. And some of the plays he made have been outstanding. Just hasn't quite had the finish on it, and that's something I'm sure he'll improve on as he gets further into his collegiate career here. And Wood fouled that time by Elvis Perez.
Fouls on Trinity's Elvis Perez.
6.5 to go. 70-47. DSU leads the ball game. Lynn for three again, got it. Can't leave him that open. Not twice in a row. That's a little bit inexcusable on a half-court set right after the inbound, but nonetheless, he hits it. It's a 26-point game, and that, I think, kind of goes back to the difference in depth that I was talking about as Lynn picks up the foul that time on Mensarini. In this contest, it won't matter too much at this point, but not typically a foul you want to pick up 40 feet from the basket. But he has played extremely well here the last few minutes. He's got 10 points himself now. And that one won't go. Initially for Mensarini, Mullins tipping won't go either. But yeah, DSU just still looking fresh, still playing with energy, and Trinity is struggling for air, it feels like. Morales, sidestep, passes out to Lynn. Lynn looking for his third straight three. And he hits it. So we'll show you. Sidestep, passes out to Lynn. Lynn looking for his third straight three. Don't think he hit the rim on any of them. And he hits it. 29-point game, 5.5 left. So we'll show you.
70 knowledgeable and skilled employees who are dedicated to providing exceptional inpatient and outpatient healthcare services to you and your loved ones. As an award-winning critical access hospital, we are honored to serve and support our local athletes. For over 135 years, we have made your health our priority.
So here we go. In a game that was 38-32 at halftime. It's a 6-point lead for the Trojans. They now lead by 29 here with 5.5 left on the clock. A bit of a different lineup. Most starters out of the game now for the Trojans. In fact, all of them are. Mullen into the lane. Shot. Difficult shot over Burma. Almost got it to go. That's been kind of his night. He's had to put up difficult shots. Much taller defenders on him constantly. Giddens dribbles it off his foot. Initially, it was said it was going to stay with the Trojans, but the referee on the near side overrules and does get the call correct. That did bounce off of Giddens' own foot. Mensarini dribbling all the way around the defense, weaves through nicely and puts it up and in. Brandrett will take the screen from Giddens. Little pick and pop, doesn't work. Brandrett with a nice roll off of, well, not really a roll, just a nice cut to the basket. Couldn't get it to go. Shot that one almost up off the shot clock and almost got it to go in. And Mensarini able to draw the foul on this drive.
Calls on DSU's number 34, Ethan Slotwine. Perez goes to the line.
So looking ahead for DSU.
McCready goes to the line.
This game tonight, obviously, barring something absolutely miraculous, we can say DSU improves to 8-12. They will then go to Viterbo and Waldorf next weekend for 2 tough road games. First one in La Crosse, second one in Forest City, Iowa. After that, they'll come back home. Or no, excuse me. They will play Waldorf and Viterbo at home next weekend first. Getting a little bit ahead of myself. Then they will head to La Crosse and Forest City to play Viterbo and Waldorf on the road. Yep, so next Friday, Saturday, or this upcoming Friday, Saturday, we'll have 2 home games to be treated to, both men's and women's basketball. Followed by a road trip. And then DSU will be gone for 2 weeks. They'll play Viterbo and Waldorf. And then the ensuing weekend, they will play Presentation and Mayville, also on the road, before coming back home for a nice weekend with Dickinson and Valley City State in the middle of February. So 2 big home games this weekend for men's basketball. Obviously women's basketball here as well for the Trojans. Come on out and support. Should be good ones. Last weekend was a blast. Dakota State will be on a 3-game win streak, and they'll have won 4 out of their last 5 on the men's side. A couple of wins, and they could really be putting themselves in a good position in conference. Coming into the weekend, they'll be 3-2 as there's a nice steal that time from Verberg, and he'll put it up and in and get 2 points for himself on the night. Love to see that. The senior who spent a lot of time on JV this season, or on the developmental team, able to come in and make a difference. He's played some meaningful minutes tonight as well early when the game was really close. There's a 3-pointer, a deep one from Elvis Perez. Sophomore out of Orlando, Florida. Gives him 7 on the night. Out of his team's 55. Verberg for 3. No good. Flipped up and in by Deshaun Kelly. A lot of hands poking at the ball, unable to successfully grab it. Being fouled that time was Colton Page, who's into the game from Parker, Arizona. They're going to call it shooting. They will not. Trinity gets it, no good. Page couldn't get the follow-in attempt, and we got a lot of new faces in now. Brandrett will bring it up the court, tries to get through the 3 defenders applying pressure. Instead, it'll be Elvis Perez going down for the lay-in. A timeout by DSU. So we'll be back after the timeout.
At Madison Regional Health System, we're committed to providing quality health care close to home. Our healthcare system includes over 270 knowledgeable and skilled employees who are dedicated to providing exceptional inpatient and outpatient healthcare services to you and your loved ones. As an award-winning critical access hospital, we are honored to serve and support our local athletes. For over 135 years, we have made your health our priority.
So ball inbound at that time. Music's still going. Might want to turn that off, but ball is loose. And there's going to be a foul called. Three-point attempt from the corner, no good that time from Olsen. Rebound. Put back, got fouled. Couldn't get it to go. Headed to the line for two here. Will be Cade Robe. Cade Robe's first shot, no good. Some other faces into the game. Excuse me, too, earlier in the game, I'm trying to go off two different rosters here as they have the developmental team as well as the varsity team on this roster. That was Slothog, Ethan Slothog, playing a lot of minutes early on. I refer to as Verberg, even gave him a call out. That was my fault. Verberg is now into the game, though. And there's going to be a charge taken. So a nice couple of minutes for Cade Robb. So this is Verberg throwing it in. And that there's Ethan Slothog. So my mistake early on. Three-point attempt from the corner. Good that time. That was Claude Dixon. Now turnaround jumper, no good that time from Waters. 30 seconds remain. There is just a little bit of time on the shot clock, but the ball's taken away in the backcourt and put in by Phillips, who, man, to his credit, is still playing his heart out. He's a high motor all night. DSU will now dribble at the clock. Unfortunately, that turnover will take away the chance for a last shot for somebody, but that will end the game here as the horn finally sounds. 85-59, DSU victorious over Trinity Bible College here. Leaders for the Trojans tonight. Jordan Lynn and Deshaun Kelly both pick up 13 points. Lamar Wood with 11, Morales with 9, Ladding with 9, and Giddens with 8. For the Lions of Trinity Bible, Marcellus Mensarini with 12, Tyreek Ward with 10, Caleb Phillips with 10, and Khalil Bolden with 10. So that'll end the night for us here at the DSU Fieldhouse. Once again, final score 85-59. DSU improves to 8-12, and they've got a big homestand coming up this weekend. Love to see you out here for it. Once again, this was Alec DeMaria with you for the action. Fun night here at DSU Fieldhouse. Thanks for joining.